Hello.
There you go. Now I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly. So we talked about the author of the book, right? The author is the person who wrote the book. Who is the author of The Night of the Ninjas?
Maria of Asper.
That's right. Good job. And tell me the title of the book.
Night of the Ninjas.
Excellent job. Wonderful. Can you tell me who are the main characters? Now, there are many characters in the book, but tell me the main characters of this story.
Ninja Master Ninja.
I can't hear you. Can you tell me again? Who are the main characters of this book?
Ninjas and Ninja Master.
Yes, and also who else?
Jack and Anne.
Okay, good. And so the main characters, the people who the book is mainly about is Jack and Annie, and also the ninjas and the ninja masters. That's right. These are the main characters of this story. Can you tell me about some supporting characters? The other characters who were important. They're not the main character, but they are important. Can you tell me about some important characters? Which characters are also important? Morgana, the wizard. She's an important character, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Morgan, she's an important character. Who else is an important character? Who else? So we have Morgan Le Fay. Who's this? Who's this character?
Peanut.
Yes, right? Who's Peanut?
The little mouse.
That's right. So they talk about Peanut, right? Peanut is important. Do you think Peanut is important?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So Morgan Le Fay is important and Peanut is important, right? And tell me one other character who's important. A couple more who are important. Okay, so we have, remember, the samurai, right?
Yes.
Yes, the samurai are important. These characters are very important, right? These guys are the bad guys in the story. You have the ninjas who are the good guys, and you have the samurai who are the bad guys, right? So we need the good guy and we need the bad guy. So the samurai, these are also important characters, okay? And one more person who's an important character. Jack and Annie's mom. Jack and Annie's mom. She's an important character. They don't talk about her much, but in the beginning of the story, they're always very worried about their mom, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, can you tell me about the setting of the book? Where does the book take place?
I don't know.
The setting is Japan.
Japan.
Mhm. The setting is Japan, right? Japan is where the book takes place. But where in Japan? Where? Where in Japan? Where are they? After Jack and Annie are transported through time, after they come out of the treehouse, where are they?
In Japan.
Yes, in Japan, in the forest. Sorry, in the forest, not on the forest. In the forest, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Jack and Annie, they're in Japan in the forest, where there are trees, where there are mountains, where there's the cave where the ninja master is, right? There's also another important setting. For this story, this is the most important setting. It's in Japan in the forest, but there's also another very important setting. Can you tell me that important setting of the book? Another setting is Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. That's right. This is another important setting of the book, right? Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, in the Magic Treehouse, right? In the treehouse, yes. Okay, so for this book, the main setting is in Japan in the forest. But in every single Jack and Annie book, in every book, they always begin in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, in the Magic Treehouse. Okay? Okay. So can you tell me, there's a problem in the story. What happened? What is the problem in the story? What happened in the story?
I don't know.
What happened? Let's think about it. Did something happen with Morgan?
Morgan is under spell.
That's right. That's a problem, right? Morgan is under a spell. That's the problem in the book. This is one of the main problems in the book, okay? Morgan is under a spell. Morgan is under a spell, okay? This is the main problem. Morgan is under a spell, okay? What's another problem in the book? So Morgan is under a spell, and what do they have to do?
4 things.
That's right. Morgan is under a spell, and they have to find 4 things to help her. Okay, Morgan is under a spell, and they have to find 4 things to help her. These are the 2 main problems in the story. Okay, that's it. Now, we have a second problem. Okay, we have a second problem in the story. Second problem. What's another big problem in the story?
I don't know.
Well, let's think about it. Jack and Annie are in Japan. They're They're in ancient Japan. What is happening in ancient Japan? Who are the ninjas fighting? The samurai, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes. They have to try to avoid the samurai, right? They don't want to get caught by the samurai. Jack and Annie are trying to avoid the samurai. They want to stay away. Okay?
Okay.
They want to stay away from the samurai. Okay? So these are some problems. First, Morgan is under a spell, and they have to find 4 things to help her. Then they're in the forest, and in order to find these things, they are trying really hard not to get caught by the samurai, right? They have to learn a way to stay away from the samurai, okay?
Okay.
How do they do that? How do they solve these problems? Because these 2 problems are connected. The problems are connected, right? They're trying to help Morgan Le Fay. They're trying to help Morgan Le Fay by finding something, but they have to avoid the samurai. So how do they do this? How? How do they help Morgana and stay away from the samurai? What happens? What does the ninja master teach them? Right? The ninja master teaches them something. What does he teach them?
Be nature.
That's right. There you go. Exactly. He teaches them to be nature. That is exactly what happens, right? Do you remember? Hold on a second. Do you remember the 3 things that he teaches them about nature? He teaches Jack and Annie. He teaches them to, first, he says, use nature, right?
Follow nature.
Yep. Hold on. Use nature. 1 second. To use nature. To be nature. And what is the other thing? Use nature.
Follow nature.
Follow nature. Okay. So the ninja master, he teaches Jack and Annie to use nature, to be nature, and to follow nature, right? This is the solution to their problem. This is how they can help Morgan Le Fay, and it's also how they stay away from who? The samurai. That's right. That's how they stay away from the samurai. Can you tell me how they use nature? How do they use nature? In the book, what did they do to use nature? How did they use nature? What are they doing? They're hiding, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They use nature to hide. To hide from the samurai, right?
Yes.
And also, They become nature. How did they become nature? Do you remember? They use nature by using the trees to hide from the samurai, right? And then they become nature by being what? By being a rock.
Rock.
That's right. Excellent. By being like a rock. Good job. Excellent. So, the Ninja Master teaches Jack and Annie to use nature, to be nature, and to follow nature. They use nature to hide from the samurai, and they become a nature by being like a rock. How did they follow nature?
Follow Peanuts.
They followed Peanuts. Very good. And then what happens after? By using the lessons of the Ninja Master, what do they find? What did they find to help Morgan?
The Moonstone.
The Moonstone. That is correct. Good job. So, they used nature, they became nature, and they followed nature. By following, let's see. They followed nature by following Peanuts, and they found a Moonstone to help Morgan Le Fay. Excellent. So what happened after they found the Moonstone? Then what happened? Then they went
to the forest.
They went back to the magic tree house, right?
Yes.
Yes. They went back.
The Ninja Master is in the tree house.
Yes, the Ninja Master is in the tree house. I don't remember this part. Hold on a second. Okay, here I am. Okay. All right. Then they were given the Moonstone to help Morgan Le Fay, and the end. That is the end of the book. So let's review. Okay. What is the title of the book?
The Life of an Angel.
Who wrote the book? Who is the author of the book?
By Mary of Asper.
Who is the author? The author is?
Mary of Asper.
Exactly. Good job. What is the setting of the book? Do you remember the setting? The setting is where the book takes place. Where does the book take place? Where?
In Japan.
Where in Japan? In the city?
No.
In the city of Japan?
No.
Where? In the forest.
Forest.
That's right. So the setting of the book is in Japan, in the forest, right? Where is a secondary setting? Where is another setting? In Frog
Creek, Pennsylvania.
In the tree. In the treehouse. Right? In Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, in the treehouse. This is the secondary setting of the book. And Who are the characters, the main characters? The main characters of this story is
Jack
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
Mom.
Mom is a secondary character. The main character you said is Jack and Annie. Jack, Annie, and the ninjas, the Ninja Masters. These are the main characters. And then the other characters, the other important characters is Morgan Le Fay, Peanut, the samurai, and their mom. Okay? These are other important characters. And the main problem in the book, what's the problem? What's happening? Remember the main problem in the book? Morgan is under a spell. Right? Remember the problem? Morgan is under a spell.
Yes.
Yes. And then what? Morgan is under a spell and they have to find 4 things to help her. This is the main problem of the book. And what's the second problem of the book? Jack and Annie have to try to avoid the ninjas, right?
Yes.
I mean, the samurai. They have to try to stay away from the samurai. Okay, so how is the problem solved? How are the problems solved? The Ninja Master teaches them
is to use nature, be nature, follow nature.
That's right. This is how their problem is solved. And how do they use it? How do they use nature? They use the trees and the bushes to hide from the samurai. And they become nature by being like a rock, by being still like a rock. And then they followed nature by following Peanut. And then what happened? Then they got the moonstone. That's right. Then they got the moonstone in order to help Morgan. Okay? So you had a problem with the setting. The setting is the place where the story happens. Okay? The setting is the place where the story happens. The setting is the place where the story happens. Where is the setting of the book again? Where? The setting is in Japan.
Japan.
Where in Japan? In the forest of Japan. This is the setting. And then there's another setting, a secondary setting. Where is the secondary setting? It is in Frog. It's in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, in the treehouse, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is the setting for all the books. This is the secondary setting for all the books. In Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, in the treehouse. In every single book, this is the secondary setting, okay? Okay. All right. Excellent job. Okay, high five. High five. High five. High five. Good job. Which one is your next book? What book are you going to read next? Are you going to read? You're going to read Afternoon in the Amazon. Oh, wow. What do you think is going to happen? Do you know where the Amazon? Oh, there it is. Do you know where? Look at that. Do you
It's in the forest.
Yes, exactly. Good. Good job. The setting of the book is in the Amazon rainforest. Excellent, right? So,
Yes.
yes. So, and what's the problem going to be? Do you remember? What do you think their problem is going to be? The first problem in the story is going to be what? You can predict. What is the first problem in the story going to be? They have to find what? The second magic object. Right? That's going to be their first problem. And then when you read, you will discover what their second problem is. So the setting is going to be in the Amazon rainforest. That's the first setting. And then the first problem is going to be trying to find the second magical object. Okay? And then when you read, you will discover the second problem and then the solution. All right. Have fun reading, okay? Bye.
Bye-bye.